All right, so welcome to the webinar from Tokenmind about how to do a crypto token sale and create a utility token for your business, as well as integrating a utility token in your business. So what are we going to learn today? I'm going to introduce a little bit about what are utility tokens and token sales, how to integrate a token, and then we're gonna go into how to structure a token sale and an IDO. So first off, a utility token is a blockchain-based token that includes certain rewards or benefits or transactional functionality for its users. So this is in a strong contrast with the security tokens, which are technically the same in terms of they live on the blockchain, but they provide certain rights to dividends, ownerships, or voting rights, which makes them into the security space. We won't be talking about these type of tokens today. We're going to focus on the utility tokens and the IEO token sales. Another distinction between utility tokens is the fungible versus the non-fungible tokens. In crypto technicalities, the ERC20 versus ERC721, which means that the non-fungible tokens are actually unique. Every single token has a unique, is a unique entity, like what's done in crypto kitties and some trading card games. Fungible tokens is one Bitcoin is the same as the next Bitcoin. There's no difference between that. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are examples of fungible tokens, and most token sales use fungible tokens because it's the most easiest way to structure token sale with the most basic configuration. Another important part about utility tokens is the valuation of the token and the growth of the token. Of course, growth of the token means, how much the investor or the token holder is able to gain by holding it. And these dynamics involved are mainly supply and demand. So supply meaning how many tokens are available, which can be controlled by either minting them or burning them, reducing the supply, and demand in terms of how do you incentivize users to actually hold and not sell your token? So you can give them rewards for holding it by, for example, with staking and giving rewards for people that have certain balances in their wallet of your token. I just want to quickly briefly mention also the DEX IEOs, because I know a lot of people have been reading about it, decentralized finance, what are DEXs and how does it differ from the model of normal IEOs, normal token sales. So just quickly some information about that. A decentralized exchange is an exchange which is basically a non-regulated entity, and it has some benefits, being that you don't pay any listing fees. Everybody can join your token sale. There's no accounts needed. There's no KYC. They're quite big because they're very cheap for people to trade on. They're widely used. So they're one of the fastest growing type of exchanges. The downside is that, and by the way, we provide also some consulting how to do an IEO on like Uniswap, for example, which is the biggest decentralized exchange right now. The downside is, again, they're not regulated. So normal exchanges, which we will go through in this presentation, will all do their AML and KYC, and you don't have to worry about compliance. And of course, in a decentralized exchange, there's no such thing. And there's also no vetting of projects. So any project can be listed there. And this also means that you will have to do more marketing because, to convince investors you're actually a proper coin. The other downside is you will actually have to provide the initial liquidity yourself. So this is not really a cost. This is more of an investment because, you provide the liquidity, you do the token sales, and you get those funds back. But you still have to provide them initially. So next up, we're gonna talk about some examples of token, how you can integrate a token in your business, because a lot of our clients, about half of them are non-blockchain companies, and they want to use the technology in their business. So we're gonna talk about some examples how that can be done. First example of a utility token integration is the BNB token. It's owned by actually the biggest exchange. They're online quite for a long time, already 3 years, and they provide certain benefits for its holders. So for example, by holding them in your wallet with a specific balance, you are eligible for specific VIP levels. You can pay with the token for different services, for trading fees. They are, well, on their platform, you can use it for different trading pairs as well. They also use the burning of tokens based on their own profits, so that will increase token value. They have staking as well, they're launching right now. And it can be used for collateral in loans. And at the moment, there are about 300,000 of them. Then Reddit, everybody's familiar with Reddit, the biggest online community forum in the world. They just launched 2 different tokens called Moons and Cookies, and there can be used for the utility of points and reputation building and unlocking certain badges, as well as voting for polls. Then we have the Power Token, which is Australian energy project, which is a dual token system. So they have one token freely tradable on the exchanges, and the other token can be used to buy the energy on their platform, called the Sparks token. And they are using an escrow system. So you need to have the tradable utility token in order to unlock this Power Token, which is denominated in a specific value of kilowatt hour. Last example, to keep it compact, the BAT, Basic Attention Token, is owned by a company that built a new web browser, and they wanted to incentivize their users for actually watching the ads. And instead of all the ad revenue going to the browser or the website owner, they share it with their visitors, and they can also incentivize people that way in an anonymous way. So I'm gonna hand the word over to Anchor, who's gonna talk about how to structure a token sale.
Okay, thank you, Rob. So let me share the screen. Okay, since that is forbidden, hi Rob, can you enable that function so I can share?
Yes, of course. You should be able to do it now.
Okay. Can I see my screen now?
Yeah, I can, but I think we just, yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, good. So let's first start from this part. So what is an IEO? So IEO stands for initial exchange offering, and this unique cryptocurrency fundraising method. Startup companies use IEO to raise capital to fund their business ideas. And the process is actually quite simple compared to the other fundraising solutions like the traditional IPO, the crowdfunding. And the project will first get a concrete business idea and decide to create a token with proper utility that serves the whole idea, which is tied to the project. And make a sufficient IEO marketing plan, partner with an exchange that is qualified to sell tokens. So investors buy the tokens to fund the development and the growth of the project, hoping that projects will be successful and cause the price increase of the token to get profits from investing. For example, if you have an idea to create a blockchain-based gaming project that uses tokens as in-game currency, you could host an IEO. You could sell your tokens through an exchange. Investors could want to buy because they believe the game is going to be a success project. That is how normally an IEO works. And then let's see what actually why that IEO differs from the traditional ones. So some background here before we really go to this part. So actually before IEO, we had an initial coin offering. So ICO that was very hot from 2017 to 18, and many investors made over 10 times or more profits returns by investing in ICOs during 2017 and 18. However, as space growth things changed, the surge of ICOs to the market created a bubble that's actually finally burst, and the many investors are taking a new approach. During 2018, the crypto space became more mature and ICO's performance dwindled. So the investors turn more wise and they focus more on the quality of the projects. So if it has a good prospect and team, if it has good strategy and a renewable concepts in project, these are actually becoming more and more important. So to revive the ICO scene, exchanges begin to host ICOs on their platform. So this is where the name transition from initial coin offering to initial exchange offering, as exchanges were now hosting the capital raising initiatives. So actually for the benefits, actually first, it is actually the concentration of promising startup from major exchanges. So coin offering actually is costly, sometimes expensive, and the developers prefer to work with major exchanges with a reputation and a permanent user base. Small exchanges that aim to make money without providing guarantees do not usually hold IEOs, sorry. And normally we will suggest those top 50 exchanges where people can find a coin market cap. So yeah, so here is actually the top exchange that's in coin market cap. So normally we'll suggest that we do the IEOs on these reputable exchanges with a good monthly user base, with good performance, historical performance, and this way we can make sure that the IEO can get a higher success rate. And then it is investor side. So for the IEO, actually for the investor side, they also can save time because with ICO, an investor had to search for interesting startups, projects across on the internet. While with the IEO model, they just go to exchange website and see the calendar of the future offerings. And then it's for the KYC. So IEOs actually also set themselves apart from ICOs by standardizing know your customer and anti-money laundering. And the exchanges are managing the details of smart contracts and transactions for the elimination the challenges of the previous ICO system. So in theory, the IEO model looks convincing to investors. So top exchanges feel the best startups, and by doing IEO, investors and project teams both save time. So in the case of an investor, there's a major decrease in the risk taken when being compared to ICO. That doesn't mean that project venture cannot be a scam or yet it's considerably less likely to be considered one. And the investors could be more likely to support the projects without worrying about the scam projects since exchanges already did the filtering for them from beginning. So let's see about the timeline for the IEO. So we normally actually suggest that at least 3 months for the whole process. So first month, we need to develop the token and have the white paper written by some expert and experienced writers with the tokenomic, utility served projects, and all this kind of information that we need. And also a business stack which helps to show investors. And second month is actually value marketing, which includes the essential community building where potential investors can join and keep in touch with project team directly, staying tuned of the project updates, and supporting the IEO fundraising. And the project also needs good exposure of the brand via business and crypto media, PR publication, forums, social media promotion, influencer promotions, etc. So to gain enough branding exposure before the IEO actually kickstart. Then third month is for the IEO. So during that period, continuous efforts will be made to keep it moving forward with the fundraising. So, and after the IEO, the token finish fundraising and will be listed on the exchange. So it is the main progress for the IEO. And here's actually some key factors how to draw an IEO success. So like Rob just mentioned, for an IEO project, first we need a business plan. We need some reliable business model where we can provide some technical advice to come up with the utilities of the project. And this is very important point for every new business. So if the investors see no apparent road to success and cannot identify a suitable market that fits, they will not want to risk their previous crypto and money. So the second is for the marketing, like I also mentioned just now, marketing is very, very crucial for driving IEO good performance. Normally it is not very easy to promote directly the tokens, IEO itself on media. So it is very important to work with the expert marketing team who knows the industry well, and they can help the projects with sufficient proper plan for the marketing. And third is the selection of exchanges. Normally for startup, it's recommended to do IEO on tier 2 exchanges which is cost efficient and in the meantime can maintain good performance. So while there are many exchanges in the market, so it is very important to have someone who knows the whole industry and helps to make choice to access to the exchanges that fit the projects with good performance, with good user pool, and high quality of investors. And the last part is actually, it is always important to keep community and investors updated with the project's progress to increase their belief and confidence on the project. There are quite some scam projects with things written on the website and the white paper and a nice roadmap, but then not actually fulfilled. So from investor side, project is very important that they know that the project the investor has really a serious goal and ambitious plan. So always making good progress and keep the project fans updated is one of the key success factors to make them more sticky to either community to the project and attract more people to invest. Okay, thank you, everyone. Next, I will leave it to Rob.
Yeah, thank you, Anchor. Let me share my screen here. So, yeah, I mean, that was basically a presentation regarding the token sales. If you have any questions, let us know now, or you can also contact us through our Telegram or WhatsApp, as well as our email